From day one, my interest in Mulan has been strictly professional. In fact, let's be blunt, were this a normal year, Mulan would almost certainly be in the running for my bottom spot, as I have an instinctive loathing for these instantly forgettable, exist not to enhance cinema but to stagnate it, dull it, hold it in stasis and drain money from the poor, gullible public so that Disney could buy more puppies and orphans to chuck to the fire whilst their stockholders drink champagne made from the tears, hopes and dreams of said kindling. Probably I don't get invited to those sorts of parties. Yet. And looking at Mulan, I failed to see why it needed to exist. No dragons, no song sung by Donny Osmond. No, seriously, he sings I'll Make a Man Out of You. Don't ask why I know these things. Actually, the love interest has just been split into two different characters. The villain's been completely changed, apparently to fit closer to the original Chinese ballad, and there's no Donny Osmond! Hashtag justice for Donny Osmond. No news as to whether or not the three comic relief characters, Flopsy, Mopsy and Cottontail have made it yet, but we'll see. Or will we? Because blow me down has Mulan been a little madam to market to the unwashed masses. Firstly, this film doesn't seem to be made for the corrupt, decadent capitalist West, which is fine as the corrupt, decadent capitalist West doesn't seem to want it, which has made life interesting given certain geopolitical events, meaning China is less popular than a new James Blunt album being presented before a dinner party, which has made life interesting for the film's marketing department. Throw in that lead actor Li Yufei's comments regarding the situation in Hong Kong and the fact that film producer Justin T. Reed said that Mulan's love interest Captain Li Shang was dropped in response to the Me Too movement, and may the odds be ever in Disney's favour with this thing and its alleged $200 million budget. But much like every other film in 2020, Mulan has had its release date pushed back and back and back until Disney could...
That's all I can stand. I can't stand no more.
And so it has been announced that instead of being shelved until further notice, they're releasing it straight to Disney Plus as DLC. Yeah, where Artemis Fowl escaped onto Disney Plus to crash and burn for free, Mulan is, on top of that, going to cost $30 to rent the film. Now, I don't know if that means for only a few days or a single screening, though I suspect the former, but I can see the appeal. $30 for a family of four to see the latest blockbuster at home. When seeing the film at my local cinema, the family ticket, 2 adults and 2 children, or 1 adult and 3 children, costs £31, so they might choose to do that in a bid to make their life easier. And someone much better at maths than me has stated that only 14 million Disney Plus subscribers need unlock Sick Mulan for $29.99. Disney gets 400 million, they don't have to share with anyone, and that would mean at least a 100 million profit on the film after advertising. For reference, Disney Plus has, at time of recording, 60.5 million subscribers, meaning that for a little under a third of the people subscribed to it will have to open their wallets to this film and not just go around a friend's house to catch it together or be in the same room that it's on whilst they play on their phones. Now, Disney has claimed this is just a one-off thing, and if you believe that, whilst Black Widow is just sitting there all good to go, then I've got a bridge I'd love to sell you. Look, Disney has just announced that it's managed to lose $5 billion over the last quarter. It's going to lose about or more the same this quarter. The parks and cruises are shut, so pretty much Disney Plus is the only thing keeping the lights on in the evil empire at the moment. I mean, there's going to be more people pirating this film than ever sailed the Spanish Main because I think the price point's too high and limited. As much as I hate giving the evil empire advice, charging a $15 flat rate whether people have already subscribed to Disney Plus or not, since this is a one-off, would allow them to have larger profits, thus enabling them to mutilate The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy even quicker. As people who want to see Mulan and people who don't want to subscribe to Disney Plus will naturally head off to the high seas, robbing the evil empire of much needed financial resources. Although Mulan will still be released theatrically in countries where theatres have reopened, such as China, as well as in other countries that do not have Disney Plus, which should be interesting. But make no mistake, I want this experiment to fail because if it succeeds, then it will happen again and again and again. Today, Mulan. Tomorrow, Black Widow, Fast and Furious, Minions, Ghostbusters. The New Mutants is legally exempt from this. There was a thing from when the evil empire bought Fox and killed over 200 films, meaning that it's going to be released a week after the heat death of the universe if it doesn't get pushed back again. For the record, both Bond and Nolan have stated that their films will be released on the silver screen come hell or high water. And this has been working so far this year. Look at Trolls 2, Troll Harder, which made a hell of a lot more as a straight-to-video on demand film than it ever would have done at the box office. But it was also the only thing out and about back then, so I'm not sure it counts as proof of concept. But dragging this back to Mulan, I have doubts about the studio's faith in this film to turn a profit thanks to my handy-dandy how much tat related to this film is available on Amazon test. Less toys, games, clothing, etc. less studio faith in the film, and I'm finding maybe one thing for this new film drowned amongst merchandise for the old film. Like I said, this film has been a little bit of a madam up until now, with very few people actually seeming to have any enthusiasm for watching the filming thing. Will it make a profit? I'm not sure. There is an audience out there starved for novelty, but will they jump through the hoops required to actually see the thing when Bill and Ted is out the same week? Or you can find the original version on Amazon for a few pounds? I doubt it. Which should make life interesting for the already announced sequel. Summing up, Mulan is a film that no one seems to be interested in seeing, being released by an evil empire and dying needed some quick cash to keep the wolves from the door. I think the film will make some money, not as much as it would have had Disney been more open and had a lower price point. Am I going to see it? Again, I'm not sure. I don't approve of the Disney live-action remakes, and I'm not on board with piracy, as that just hurts cinema in general, but I do have a Disney-mad friend who I'm sure wouldn't mind me popping over for a screening. Assuming that such a thing is still legal in September. Pretty sure they owe me a beer as well. I'll see what they're up to. But will you be seeing the film? Do you want more films to go straight to video on demand? Or do you just want to get back to the silver screen? Comment below and I'll see you next time. I'm Daniel, it's been a reaction. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe.